Hey guys, Chris here along with George.
Hello.
This is our first episode of our dedicated Clashers Let's Play.
So what we're going to do with this Let's Play is we're going to have a little bit of both of our point of view in this Let's Play. So we'll have one episode from my perspective and another episode from Chris's perspective. And every third episode of the Let's Play will be a collab between us where we'll switch back and forth between our perspectives. And unfortunately we couldn't do that with this episode, but we'll try to get that in the next ones.
So, right now, both of us are farming our walls to level 7. And what we're going to do in this episode is I'm going to raid, and then I'm going to show one of George's raid, and then I'm going to raid again. And our upload schedule for all our videos is going to be Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday. We're probably going to do one Let's Play a week.
Alright, so today we're just going to be talking about what we think of the recent update that Supercell released. And the first topic is Hogs, because I know that affects both of us, because we were both avid Hog users. And now the giant bombs do 1.5 times damage to Hog Riders, and so it's kind of makes it a little bit harder to use them. And also the unlurable heroes, that makes it a lot harder to use Hogs, because the Archer Queen could just sit behind a wall, shoot down our Hogs while they're trying to take down defenses. And same with Barbarian King, he could just run around and hit the Hogs while they're trying to take down defense. So it's making the Hogs a lot harder to use, just sad, but they were overpowered, so it's good for the game. I'm glad they did that. And also now I can try out different things, different strategies to use in Clan Wars, and just have more fun with the game.
So, what I'd like to say about Hogs is when Hogs were first released, they would target the first building they saw. Did you know that?
Yes.
Well, so they weren't very good at the time. And then they targeted defenses and they were really good, and then they nerfed them twice. And then now they're putting them down again, but they were still overpowered. So, I mean, it's gonna be harder to raid people, but it's gonna help you not get 3-starred all the time, because I've seen some really high people get 3-starred by Hogs.
Yeah, if you can execute it right on the right base, you can 3-star like a maxed out base with Hog Riders, which is just ridiculous. So it is good that they're getting nerfed, but like you said, the last 2-3 times they got nerfed didn't work. So who says it's gonna work this time? But I do actually think that it's gonna work a little bit better this time. And so that's it for the Hogs. The next change is we'll just go right into the heroes. That kind of ties in with the Hogs. And I like the fact that they regenerate health now. That's actually really helpful, because before you had to time it right, but you would kind of use it a little bit early, so your heroes weren't living all that long and you wouldn't get the most out of it. But now you can really take advantage of that fact and get the most out of your hero abilities, which I really like. And also, another thing I really like about the heroes is that the Queen now is the damage specialist, and the King is more tanky, because before, the Archer Queen was good because she could shoot over the walls, but she really had no purpose other than that, because she wasn't very strong. Now, I mean, I'm not really the greatest person to talk about that, because my heroes are pretty low level, but that's what I felt. The Queen wasn't that strong, and the King had all this health and did all this damage, and the Queen was kind of a little bit lower, but now it's more balanced, and I like it. It's good. It's a good change. And the fact that they can't be lured now is really helpful, because they help on defense a ton against pretty much everything. So, and now also I can actually use the heroes for defense without having to worry about them just being taken out at the beginning of a battle, and then I have to wait for them to regenerate before I can use them again. So,
So
Chris, what do you think about it?
overall, I have the same feeling, because before with the Barbarian King, I'd pretty much activate his Iron Fist right when I dropped him, because he'd be getting hit by pretty much everything. so he would die pretty quickly. So I wanted to make the most out of the Iron Fist. And if you've seen any other Let's Play people that have like maxed out heroes, they always say, well, Chief Pat, as an example, he could 3-star, or not 3-star, 2-star a base with his feet, with level 40 Hogs, or level 40 heroes, and that's pretty overpowered in my opinion.
Yeah, another thing that they changed is that the rage spell has less of an effect on the heroes, just as the heal spell does, and which is also a good change because with the amount of hit damage that the heroes had, and putting it on that 130% increase or whatever it is, it's probably more than that, but putting it on that much of an increase, that was just ridiculous. Taking down a town hall in like 3 or 4 hits, that's just too much. So I like that you have to really use the abilities now instead of just dropping a raid spell and having the queen go to town. So it takes more strategy. It puts more strategy into the game rather than just throwing down your troops. So I like that. It adds it a little bit fun because the attack was a little bit overpowered. So now you can't just have any old attacker gem up their base and get to Champions Leagues. Now you have to actually do some work. So you have to know something about the game, which is good.
Yeah, so I just finished my attack, and as you saw, I got the 50%, and all because of the attack specialist, the Archer Queen, went to work on those last couple buildings, and yeah.
So I guess we'll be back with my raid, right?
Okay. See you then. Hey guys, we're back. This is the raid George did, and we're going to continue talking about the update.
Alright, well the next thing on the list is jump spell. I like the new jump spell, honestly. I wanted to use them, but they just weren't usable. But now they are, so I like it because it's almost like what they did with Boom Beach with the flare, except not quite. But it's good because you can almost direct your troops where you want them to go. So it is hard for like a go wipe or go wee wee attack to get to the center because of the heroes. But there's also 2 advantages to that. The clan castle troops and the heroes might lure them into the town hall, but that's not the point. If there's not a clear path, you can put the jump spell down and they'll redirect towards the jump spell, go for the town hall, so you can almost control the battle flow a little bit better. And I like that its range was reduced a little bit because you can be more precise, and also it's not actually reducing the range because the troops will now actually go towards it instead of just ignoring it where they would before. And also another thing that I think is good about it is you can kind of use it in combination with the new Valkyries, because the Valkyries go in between the buildings and target 4, which I really like because I always like the Valkyries, but they also weren't usable, just like the jump spell. Now they revamped both of them, so now they're both very usable and good things in the game to use. So I'm thinking about maybe trying Valkyrie jump spell combination, where you use the Valkyries, kind of clear out the outside buildings, and use the jump spells to kind of get them in towards the base, and then you put your heroes and a few wall breakers behind them, and then the Valkyries kind of clear out the way towards the town hall. I don't know how well that would work, but it's something to try, something to think about. So maybe you'll have a video about that in the future. But what do you think about it, Chris?
Well, I just can't really say much more because I totally agree with that, except when I first saw it, I had the impression that like you could, like all your troops on the map could jump over from like anywhere. But then I saw it in action, and they'd have to go toward the jump spell. Like I heard that somewhere.
Yeah, I remember that too. I remember hearing about that, and I thought it said something about like troops can now take advantage of routes opened by a jump spell, even if not in the spell area. But I thought that meant was you could jump over any wall on the map as long as it's down on the map. which didn't really make sense. But then as I saw it in action, it made more sense, which means it can. So if the spell is placed, it means even troops that are outside of the spell radius will redirect and realize that there's a jump spell there that they can jump over and take a quicker route to where they're trying to go. So that it's a little confusing at first, but once you get an explanation and see it in action, it makes sense. So that's what I liked about it. But I'm actually really excited about the new Valkyrie change because but the one thing I wished was that they just took less time to train, because 15 minutes, that's just too long for me, in my opinion.
Okay. Well, as you can see, George got a 60% 2-star on a Town Hall 8 that was farming. And by the way, we're using Barch because our clan is about to start a trophy push and we're kind of just getting a little head start. And he got nice 19 trophies and he got good loot. For me, I don't really look for loot because I'm just looking for a base that I can beat, because I still gain loot somehow. But I still do.
But all right, so that's it for my attack, and we have one more attack from Chris, and then that'll be it for the video.
So I will start searching for that now, and you can talk about another one.
Well, I don't know. There's other changes to. I like the Pega level 5 and the Hidden Tesla 8. They're not really huge changes. They're cool, but I think it's kind of smart that they released both of these at the same time, because if they were to release Hidden Tesla level 8 without the P.E.K.K.A upgrade, or vice versa, then you could have the Tesla being able to take out the level 4 P.E.K.K.A, the level 8 Tesla being able to take out the level 4 P.E.K.K.A with ease, and it would kind of make P.E.K.K.As unusable for people who have level 8 Teslas, and vice versa. The level 5 P.E.K.K.A would be able to resist more of the level 7 Tesla. I mean, I don't think it would be that much of a noticeable difference, but it's definitely, I think it's smart to release them both at the same time. It just makes sense to me. So, and the bomb level 6, I guess it's time. Bombs don't really, bombs never have seemed to me to be a big part of the attack. So I guess adding a little bit more damage, like what is it? I think it's 8 more damage. Yeah, 8 more damage. I guess it makes it a little bit, because now they can take out they can leave level 6 archers with just 2 hit point left, so that's pretty good. And it will maybe take 2-3 giant bombs to take out a max level barbarian, or not giant bombs, sorry, regular bombs, level 6 bombs. It'll take 2 or 3, so it's good, but I don't think that's all that big of a deal. So, what are your thoughts on it, Chris?
On the giant bomb, or the regular bomb, or the Teslas and stuff?
Or just any of them.
Well, I feel like sorry, I'm reading, but I feel like it's pretty good. And don't they do the most amount of damage now, the new Teslas, out of like anything?
They have the highest
Inferno?
DPS. They have the highest DPS out of anything, and actually the Inferno is not set, so the Inferno only will build up to the high to 1,000 damage per second, something like that. I don't have them, so I don't really know. But what was that?
47%. 25 trophies.
Dang, that's gotta suck. What I was saying? What was this?
We will be
right
guys,
back.
I'm back. I found this raid. Don't know if I can get the 50%, but I can't just let this loot pass by.
Good. Loot. Well, while we're on the topic of loot, let's talk about my favorite way to get it, which would be the Barch strategy. And this barbarians and archers, for those of you who don't know. And the composition that I like to use with it is I like to use 4 giants, 4 wall breakers, about 8 goblins. I usually use like anywhere from 8 to 16, just depends on what I'm doing. If I'm going more for loot, then I'll use more goblins. But if I'm going more for trophies, then I'll use less goblins. And right now, our clan's about to do a trophy push, as you know. So I'm going to use like 8 goblins. And then I just use about 88 barbarians and then the rest archers. And that seems to work really well for me. And what I look for in bases is a lot of loot and collectors in the collectors. And I like to look for a lot of buildings that are on the outside and kind of towards the edge. And also another thing I look for is storages that are kind of towards the outside of the base, because what you can do is the archers shoot over the walls, so you can just, it's pretty much like there's not a wall there. If you can place down your archers correctly, then you can get to the storage easily and get some extra loot. So that's what I look for in bases. What do you look for, Chris?
I don't really look for loot necessarily. I just look for a base I can usually beat. But in this case, the raid I just did, I just wanted the loot.
Well,
and I just finished it, 44%, and lost 22 trophies, but still worth it.
how much loot did you get?
186,000 gold and 271,000 elixir.
Oh, that's good. All right.
Sadly, I couldn't win though.
Well, how do you determine if you can defeat a base or not? If you can beat it, what do you look for to determine if you can beat it or not?
Well, if I see all the collectors and mines and pumps outside the base, that's a good sign. If I see the spell factory and the lab, that's good. If I see builders' huts, that's also very helpful. Army camps and the barracks, and dark elixir drills are also very helpful. And sometimes people have a few defenses that are easy to pick off or not even inside the walls. Kind of makes it easy. So, George, did you post the wrong raid?
Yep, I posted the wrong raid. Well, I guess we'll see you guys in 30 minutes. Well, 30 minutes for us, like second for you.
Okay, see ya. Hey guys, we're back, and this is George's replay. So, how about you walk us through it?
Well, what happened is, hold on, I gotta get to the replay, sorry. Well, what happened is, I found this base that had pretty good amount of loot, so I decided to attack it because it was on as collectors, and I'm putting down kind of roughly 2 barbarians and 2 archers per each building. I don't count it out, I just kind of estimate, not very accurate, but what do you see I'm doing here with the giants is I'm trying to distract all the defenses for the wall breakers so they can break through that wall so I can have easy access to that town hall. And then my next focus is clearing all those exterior buildings to try and get a 50% star. And then so I use most of the rest of my tier 1 troops to do that. And then as the attack goes on, I start focusing on taking out that barbarian king down there because he will do a lot of damage to my heroes. And then once he goes down, I place my clan castle troop because that has, or my clan castle reinforcement troops because those have some archers in there to help take out some buildings. And then I place my heroes, and now with the new abilities, I can wait till my king has lower health and he regenerates some health, helps get that 50% star. Now my queen is just left, and I'm actually kind of glad she took out that archer tower first, or else the archer tower probably would have shot down the queen while she was trying to take out that town hall. And now all that's left on the queen is a mortar, and she's shooting at that town hall, and I know I'm going to get that 2-star victory, so that was nice. Got me 20 trophies, I'm pretty sure. So now the queen, you can just speed it up. The queen is just sitting there shooting the town hall. And I got most of the loot and 20 trophies. So all around, that was a pretty good raid. And that's usually how I attack. So
And the Barbarian King gets 500 health back on his first level of the Iron Fist when he
yeah,
activates.
yeah. So that kept him alive to distract that Archer Tower when the Archer Tower was shooting at the Barbarian King. So it saved some of the fire from my queen, which is good.
Well, that about wraps this episode up. We will see you guys next time.